shit.
All right, guys, we are live, and apologize for that early bit of swearing there from Lou Rod. But welcome to episode 18 of the weekly. And did I say the weekly? Yes, I did say the weekly. Superhero Hour.
Superhero.
Yay! Sorry, guys. Too many shows in one day. But we're here live with Charles. How's it going, man?
Doing pretty good. I just built a new PC and I'm using it right now. Yay! It's so cool.
That's right. That's why his video is so clear and sharp. All that power running through. Power of Ryzen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ryzen 5 1600, baby.
All righty. And next up is Mr. Lou Rod.
You say too many shows in one day. I say not enough.
What do I look like? An android?
The way you sponsor them, yeah.
All right, let's kick things off on the show this week. Some sad news.
Yeah.
First of all, just kick it off with that. The first TV Batman, Mr. Adam West, passed away today. He was age 88. And for those of you who didn't watch that but are younger, he also was the mayor of Quahog in Family Guy. Yeah, so he was a great Batman for the time. He was a fun guy, and sad to see him go. But at least he lived a longer life than most. And just want to say, hey, I was trying to look for a way to say "Holy something Batman" with this news. I just can't figure out one yet, but I'm sure I'll use one in the show later on.
You could have went with "Holy cow." He was also the mayor of Family Guy.
No, you got to say "Holy something Batman." That's how it goes, man. That's how it runs.
Dude, honestly, that Batman was way before my time.
It was before all of our time.
I watched it. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, so did I, but it actually aired before any of us were born.
Yeah.
So hence before our time.
All right. So let's get into some news for the week. Bunch of news stories. First off, Warner Brothers Tomb Raiders wrapped up production. I believe that's coming out next year?
Yes.
And it's wrapped up production?
Next year? Oh, man.
They still have to do the reshoots and stuff like that.
Reshoots, post-production, and all that stuff.
That's coming out fall of next year too, right?
And?
That's a long time. That's almost a year.
Not necessarily.
No,
that's more
than a year. That's more than a year.
Look at Justice League. Justice League wrapped.
It's a bigger movie. It's a bigger movie.
I get it was a bigger movie, but it wrapped last year where they're still doing reshoots now.
No, I understand.
To get it ready for November.
I understand Justice League. The size of the movie requires that time. This movie is not that big. And I get the timing that you want to put it around then, but I'm like, anyway, it gives them enough time to make a good movie anyway. Which is
what they did is they gave themselves enough time to where if it has bad screenings, they can go back in with the reshoots and change things.
Yeah,
true. But the thing is that no matter what they do, you have to admit that this is a video game movie. So there is a very, very strong chance this movie could fail.
No, this is Tomb Raider. It's very different. Tomb Raider is not considered a video game movie anymore. Remember, Angelina Jolie made Tomb Raider what it is to the audience. Everybody knows Tomb Raider now in general. So it's not considered that. It's not like, it's more like a Tomb Raider reboot. That's what most people would look at it as.
Is she the Indiana Jones of women?
Yeah. So basically that's what's going to be. Speaking of Angelina Jolie, she's been sought after to play the role of the Shia Empire Queen in Dark Phoenix, aka who was also Professor X's other lover.
You want to know who else is up for that role?
Who?
Jessica Chastain.
I'd be happier with Jessica Chastain in that role. I look, Angelina Jolie is a great actress. She can play pretty much any role you throw at her, but I would still prefer Jessica Chastain in that role.
Okay. In terms of other news, Godzilla, Gods and Monsters has had a little casting announcement. Zhang Ziyi is in there. You know what that means for Warner Brothers?
Asian market.
I mean, she's a very big star in China too, so that's going to be great for them. But she's also recognizable here in the US because of Crouching Tiger. Yeah.
But you notice that she's going to probably be, she's a big figure supposedly in that organization that goes after the monsters or tries to study them.
Yeah.
So she'll probably be in multiple
movies. Yeah, that's a good plan. Good idea. Makes a lot of sense.
And the thing is that you called it Gods and Monsters. Yeah, that's Dark Universe, not Monsterverse.
Oh, sorry. King of Monsters. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
King of Monsters. Next up, in terms of news, Cowboy Bebop is getting a live action adaptation.
I'm not sure how to feel about that. I never watched Cowboy Bebop when it was an anime.
You need to watch it.
I watched bits and pieces of it. It was more my brother's thing. Like when he was watching it and I happened to be home, I would check it out with him. I'm intrigued to see what they could do with it.
Cowboy Bebop, I would say, yeah, I am intrigued to see what they do. I hope it's a show, not a movie, because the story of Cowboy Bebop is not one that you can tell as a one-off.
Well, it doesn't say movie; it says a TV show. And honestly,
TV update, yeah. And I hope it's on Showtime or HBO or something like that. You know,
I wouldn't mind it being kind of like Firefly.
I mean, it's a bit Firefly-ish, a bit, but there's, I mean, you gotta like, Cowboy Bebop is available on, I think, Hulu, and I started watching it again. It's there's a lot of jazz influence to it in terms of music-wise. There's music influence, and there's also, besides the action, there's also some esoterical parts to it. It's hard to explain. When you like, that's why I said I can see why you didn't necessarily watch it, because you started watching it with your brother in between, because it's not the kind of anime you can just jump in. You have to start from the beginning. Well, and then you kind of, I mean, you can jump in and just watch and enjoy, but to get like the overall arcing story, you kind of have to.
My thing was
start from the beginning.
When my brother watched it was in the 90s. In the 90s, I was out playing sports. My brother was home playing video games.
I did all that, and I watched anime too. What are you trying to say? You can't do both? I did all of that, man. All three.
Well, you know, the street life took more of a precedent over anime life.
Okay, excuse me there. All right.
Multitasker.
Yeah. All right, moving on to some more TV stuff. Let's see. Legends of Tomorrow as Tala Ash as DC's Isis. So a new character is added to Legends. They can add so many characters in Legends, which is always
returning character. Vixen will be now a series regular in season 3.
Yeah. Power Rangers ended its theatrical run at 140 million. Not gonna help with the sequel.
Well, here's where the sequel might get greenlit.
Toys, I heard, but I don't think
the toy sales. And then it's got DVD release that might push it a little bit too. I mean, it's a stretch, which kind of sucks because they set this universe up to be multiple pictures, and you seen it, didn't you?
Yeah. I saw Power Rangers as well, and I thought they said they had this whole franchise set up to a minimum of like 6 movies.
Yeah,
that's where they screwed up.
You know,
they
it doesn't matter though.
To themselves.
It doesn't matter though. Even if they kept it themselves, the movie just didn't make enough money to even do a sequel. So it really doesn't matter.
Well, it's a shame because Power Rangers was awesome. I love the movie.
Well, I'll be watching it as soon as it comes out on Blu-ray DVD here in the next couple of weeks. And
I'm buying it too.
They'll be getting my review with thee.
Mm-hmm. And next up, Luke Cage is going into production. Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, and one other are coming 2018. Daredevil coming 2018. So
no. Actually, yes. You're right. Right. I'm thinking 2019.
Yeah. So
I'm thinking 2019.
Yeah. Okay. And then finally, you also showed us the episode runs for
Game of Thrones.
And the longest episode is 81 minutes.
Yo, that's a movie, son.
Yeah, pretty much movie status. So they're going for mini movies per episode. That's what they're doing.
Well, they're saying season 8 will be more cinematic because, hey, you're going to finish up that story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, you got episodes 1 and 2 being 59 minutes. Episode 3 was, I believe, 57. 4, 55, I think, went to 61. 6 being 71, with A going to 81. It's on our Instagram page. You'll see it. No, it ain't. Is it? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
I don't remember.
And the final news bit is some connections to the old Mummy and the new Mummy. We've got the Book of Amra, the Book of the Dead. Shows up in the movie. I actually saw it in the movie when I saw the movie. And
wait. One thing I've noticed is that people are thinking that it was the Book of the Dead that made an appearance. It was just the Book of Amun-Ra. That is the only book that showed up.
Have you seen
Remember,
the
there
movie?
was 2.
I've seen it. No, only the Book of Amun-Ra showed up. The Book of the Dead did not show up.
Yeah, there's 2 in the. What I like, see,
Did you
I
see
like
the
what
movie
they
also?
said. Not me. I just read some of the things. I liked where it's supposedly a direct sequel to Brendan Fraser's, because Brendan Fraser's took place in the 20s, and they can say this one, you can paint this one more modern day. What kind of sucks is I wish it was kind of like Brendan Fraser's son that continued the lineage.
Okay, so speaking of that, we're about to do a quick review of the Mummy. So if you want to listen, you can listen. If not,
I'm not afraid of spoiler reviews and all that.
All right, so let us kick it off to the Mummy, and I'm going to start with you, Charles, because I'm holding my thought. What did you think of the Mummy starring Tom Cruise?
Okay, I've watched a bunch of other reviews from people, and they've all pretty much said the same thing. They've given it an average review, rounding up. They've all given it roughly a C. Do I think that's a fair rating? Yes, but for me personally, when I saw it, I enjoyed the hell out of it. I'd probably end up giving it an 8.6 out of 10. That's what I'd give it, and I liked it. I mean, is the movie perfect? No. Does it have a lot of flaws? Of course it does. But there's a lot of issues. There's some, not a lot, but some issues I have with the plot. But I forgave pretty much all of it. I was like, I'm just going to see this movie for what it is, and I'm going to enjoy a good popcorn movie. That's basically what The Mummy is to me right now, is just a popcorn movie. And I loved it. I thought it was great.
I'm in agreement with everybody else. The movie was a C for me.
Oh,
yeah. I'm sorry. It was. There were things I liked. Look, the world building of the monster universe, I enjoyed. I enjoyed that aspect very well. I liked Tom Cruise in the role. I felt that the movie should have been serious. I felt the jokes just didn't land for me. Not because I was actually even trying to review it. I was just like, that's not really. Okay, all right.
I had no problem with the jokes. I thought the jokes were fine.
Yeah, I'll put it this way. I was talking to Warren after our show, and he asked me about The Mummy. I said, The Mummy was directed like it was a comic book movie. The Mummy was not. To me, I'll put it this way. When I watched it, and when, spoiler, guys, so if you're hearing this, spoiler, where Professor Jekyll, when he's normal, he's Hyde or Jekyll? Sorry.
It's Dr. Henry Jekyll and Mr. Edward Hyde.
So when Hyde comes out, I enjoyed that because he was terrifying. Not because he was super big, that sometimes they show him like he's the Hulk. He's just a very strong, evil guy. And I wanted to see that more. I wasn't afraid of the Mummy. You know what I mean? Like, this is to me, I put it this way. You call it the monster universe, right? Or the dark universe, right? Mm-hmm. Show me some darkness. That's what I wanted to experience. That's why I said, if you gave me that, I would forgive some of the plot holes in the script and all that. Like, those are things you can always forgive, but you can still make a popcorn dark movie where you're like, oh shit. Like, I wasn't scared about the Mummy. I didn't feel that way. I just was like, okay, I'm waiting for all the stuff to happen. But when I saw Mr. Hyde come out, and I was now thinking of like, how would Dracula be in this world? How would, Wolfman? How would, the Invisible Man, all these other monsters and creatures, how would they look like? So I like that part of it. I think, to me, my faults were the director, the script, and also the chemistry. The reason, I guess the chemistry between Tom Cruise and his female counterpart was just not there. It wasn't bad. It was just not, it just, to me, it was kind of like, okay, I guess you got to save her, but I really don't see it. That's how I looked at it.
I would have to say one of the few problems I have with this movie was that Jennifer, she was utilized as a damsel in distress too much. And coming out just after Wonder Woman, a movie about empowering women, I was like, yeah, you kind of dropped the ball on that character.
No, exactly. But also, like, coming out of that movie, there was no chemistry. Like, after you go from that chemistry to this one, you're like, you don't love her. Don't even lie.
Okay, all right. And I got a question.
Yeah.
Turning Tom, this is a spoiler, everyone. So just for the record, if you don't want a spoiler, take your headphones off or mute the video. Do something like that. But Tom Cruise being turned into a monster at the end of the movie. What are your thoughts about that?
What monster?
He was the mummy.
He's the new mummy.
Oh crap! This is horse rubbish.
Yeah. No. When you see it, the way he does it makes sense. It's fine. I'm okay with that. What I didn't like at the end is that at one point they showed him he was dark. When he was in the silhouette she's talking to him, it was really dark, and I'm like, oh yeah, it reminds me of like an anime like Vampire Hunter D, where you're like, he's trying to hold back the demon inside of him, but it's taking a lot. But then afterwards, they're now showing him when he brought his buddy back from the dead, and he didn't seem that dark afterwards. I was like, come on, guys.
Well,
you gotta keep that balance. Yeah, his friend is there as a funny sidekick, but still make him dark. Like, he's still fighting the evil. He's trying to keep it at bay and still using powers.
I think they are going to do that with him. It's just the only reason why we didn't see it here is because we only saw him as the new mummy for a very brief period in the desert, and then it just rolled credits. So we might see him in another movie, hopefully, fingers crossed, and we might see him be able to explore that aspect of his character, which I'm really looking forward to. And I like what Dr. Henry Jekyll said about saying that, he's a monster now, and now every day he has to fight a battle to keep the evil at bay. And I really like that. I really hope that they capitalize on that and just further explore it. I'm just hoping that they don't use that as a crutch for all their other monsters.
Oh, well, I mean, we put it this way, right? From what we saw, again, this is all spoiler talk, Mr. Hyde is just pure evil. There is nothing about it. There's no redeeming quality. He doesn't want to. Like, literally, when he comes out and he's like, oh, I want to destroy you. I want to be partners. You are a bad guy just like I am. As in, like, you're evil. You are the mummy and I am evil incarnate. That makes perfect sense. I mean, I was like, yes, give me these two guys just working carnage all over the place. And you trying to stop them, that kind of thing. So we will have to wait and see. Depends on how he does this weekend. It's not going to be number one. Wonder Woman looks like it's going to make 60 million this weekend, and The Mummy is looking less at 30-something, maybe 20, which is not good.
No, it isn't.
Would it have better served to come out August, early September?
Yes. Number one, yes, but number two, this movie should have just felt darker and come out in October. To me, if you want to really serve this universe, right? This should have been The Mummy, because even if it opens at 40 million, then that's a bigger opening in October than for the summer. And it plays longer. And you can play it at the beginning of October all the way to Halloween, and you get that crowd. And that means that, okay, now you're getting next movie is Bride of Frankenstein. You're getting Wolfman. You're getting all this stuff. But they put itself in the conundrum where, yes, they will make another movie because they're forcing themselves into this universe, but they have to go and retool a lot of things. The good and bad thing is that the next movie comes out in 2019. The bad thing is that that's a long time from now.
Yeah. That was one of my issues with the Dark Universe at first. It's like, okay, we're getting The Mummy in June, but then after The Mummy, we have to wait almost 2 years until the next movie.
No, so The Ghost of Todd Grundle, I agree with you. The original mummies were not dark. What I mean by dark is I want you to instigate some level of fear. It's The Mummy. This is not, this is not a superhero movie. To me, set yourself apart. You're making it because you can really do something where you set yourself apart, but it's not a superhero movie. literally when I watched it, I went, "You are trying to make The Mummy and all of them into superhero movies, and it's just not. You're not going to make it a good, action adventure movie with dark elements.
Yeah, but let's be real. Emotep wasn't dark.
No, he wasn't. I said the original was not dark. I get that. I'm saying this one, because it's now a shared universe of what? Bloody monsters, right? You've got Dracula who's sucking blood. You've got the Mummy. You've got Mr. Look, when they showed Mr. Hyde in this movie, he was dark. For the how long was it? It wasn't. I'm not saying dark as in the semantics need to be dark. I'm saying that he just came out as an evil bastard. The beating that he gave Tom Cruise and what he did, he had a move where he went into his side and pulled his ribs off.
Well, he didn't rip it off. He didn't
rip it off, but he basically broke his ribs that way. And I'm like, who the hell does that?
Yeah, that was painful for me to watch. I was like, I had to grab my side because of that, going like, ooh.
That's what I mean by dark. I'm not saying that you need to make it a dark looking movie. You need to make sure that these characters do things they say they're going to do.
I might watch it just for that now.
Yeah. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, Mr. Hyde is, ooh. Oh, okay. Yeah, no friend, man. Because I've seen other movies where they do Jekyll and Hyde, and he's like kind of like the Hulk a little bit. He's like, yeah, I'm evil, but I don't want to be evil. This guy's like, no, I ain't got time for that. So I like that. I like that, and I want to see more of that.
And this is a minor thing, but during the fight scene between Nick and Mr. Hyde, when Nick got the drop on him briefly, took his hand and put it on the hand reader, and it said E. Hyde, but earlier it said E. Jekyll. I really like that. I thought that was cool. It's like his own fingerprints changed.
Yeah, everything changes on him. Yeah, just the little details.
I thought that was cool. I thought that was a very nice attention to detail. And then we also got the Easter eggs when he was first entering Prodigium, and he saw the skull of the vampire. And he saw the Gillman hand. He saw the Gillman.
Gillman.
Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Oh yes. Oh, that was what it was. Okay. All right. I was like, I knew that was from. I couldn't think of it. But that's the kind of thing where you want to kind of make it like that, just a little. Yeah. Yeah. So for me, that's what I was hoping to see from it. Hopefully they learn from this and say, okay, look, audience didn't take it in too well. Let's drop our budget. Let's make them tighter, and let's do this as something. Now, the budget of this movie is 125 million, so it's not that it's that bad, but you can bring it down. And then,
but they're listing this as Tom Cruise's biggest global opening movie, so this movie is going to make monies overseas.
Yeah. So sorry, I was about to add that to at the end. Is like, Tom Cruise's opening weekend globally is going to help this movie. That's the good thing. Remember, that's the reason why you cast Tom Cruise for this kind of failure, because he will help carry you across the board. So that's a good thing. I don't know who. So right now, in terms of the dark universe, they have the Mummy, they have Bride of Frankenstein, they have Wolfman, Dracula. They added Phantom of the Opera. There's an Invisible Man, and then there's
the Hunchback
of Notre Dame in there. They're looking at The Rock for Wolfman. In terms of Dracula, we don't know.
No. Rock should not be Wolfman. Look, Lou, I know you disagree with me on that, and that is fine. But no, I don't see it. As the Wolfman himself, Dwayne Johnson could be a great Wolfman, but as Lawrence Talbot, the human form, no, not at all.
Why not?
Because he's too big. He's too big. Lawrence Talbot is supposed to be a short, thin, scrawny guy, and he transforms into that big, muscular werewolf. But that's not going to happen if they cast Dwayne Johnson as Lawrence Talbot. It's just not going to work.
Yes, it can, because here's how it works. Lawrence Talbot is just a regular-sized man, as The Rock is.
No, he's
and
not.
The way he said that there, I love it. He was like, Lawrence Talbot is a regular-sized man like The Rock is. I was like...
And then you beef him, you do motion cap and make him 4 times bigger as the Wolfman. Remember, this universe is using Tom Cruise, Johnny Depp, Russell Crowe. You won't bring butts to seats. You're not going to find, unless the Wolfman is in another movie with another big name actor, then you get some skinny, scrawny, no name actor.
Yeah,
That's the only way you would sell it that
they are
way.
pushing this franchise to be a franchise of big name actors, and Tom Cruise and Russell Crowe worked well together. I like that. We're going to see Javier Bardem. We're going to see Johnny Depp as the Invisible Man. Makes a lot of sense. You know, even if he Jack Sparrows it, it still makes a lot of sense. That's the funny part about it too. You know, so you have that in there.
Walking all kooky as a fucking Invisible Man.
Yeah, so you can do all those in there. And I like they have a organization already set up in place with Prodigium.
Prodigium, which I think is an amazing idea, and it could lead up to some awesome plot lines.
They just have to write a better story and get better directors, because you can't do this twice and expect it to
all right, I will admit that Alex Kurtzman is probably not the first director I would have chosen to direct this movie, just because his other work that I've seen both in movies and TV, I've never really been that much of a fan.
No, he shouldn't have directed this. But you know, I get it. It felt a little rushed in terms of production. To me, that's the sad part about it.
I don't think Universal wanted to go with 2 movies a year just yet. They want to establish it first, and then build, and maybe you go 2 a year.
No, see, not 2 a year. They should have done 1 a year, and I was expecting to see 1 next year. I don't want 2 a year. That's fine with me. You know, give me 1. Look, if you have The Mummy now, right, and I know that next year Bride of Frankenstein is supposed to be the next, and I know that's coming out. Okay, fine, that's cool. That's next October. That's a long time. Remember, they started the universe. They started shooting this movie a year and a half ago. So there was enough time to greenlight and then do your thing till now. They've slowed things down. I get it. I'm just saying that this is not a superhero movie, right? This doesn't have the benefit of MCU backing, right? Which means MCU, even if you delay a movie, people will wait. This doesn't have the heritage of a DC movie franchise like Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, or even Batgirl. You know why? Because the name has Bat in front of it. So like you can have a Superman sequel for Man of Steel 2 3 years from now, it still will do well because it's Superman. Now, as long as you write a very good story, if you write a bad story, then it will do bad poorly, but it still will probably even make you money at the end of the day. So that's why I said that they don't have that luxury in there, as opposed to like DC and Marvel. Like Marvel throws out hits, DC, you know, has its legacy names, you know, that people know. So you got to at least have 1 a year in my mind. I'll put it that way. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Anything else you want to add, Charles? Or we can mosey on? Idris Elba for Dracula. I don't know how people would take that. They're like, Dracula's not black.
Sam should be in this conversation.
Well,
not in the chat.
All right, that's one thing that I will say, not about the Mummy itself, but as the Dark Universe as a whole. Dracula has not been cast yet, but the rumor that I've been seeing circulating about the internet in certain areas is that Michael Fassbender could be cast as Dracula. I like that.
See, okay, I liked Luke Evans when he was Dracula. I didn't like that movie well enough.
Dracula Untold was fantastic.
It was, look, just like you say, this is dumb fun popcorn. That's what that was too.
No, it wasn't. It was awesome.
Okay, look, I agree. Dracula Untold had its benefits. I just didn't like the way the story went, like towards the third act. That's all. But you know what? Just bring back Luke Evans as Dracula, man. You know, that's fine. Just skip the end credits that you had in that movie. Just skip that. Pretend like that never happened. And you can continue the story from there. I think it would make sense. But anyway, let's move on to the Marvel Universe and let's talk about that Black Panther trailer.
Yeah, I just watched it earlier today. So, yeah, I am very pleased with where they're going with it.
All right. So we got 2 thumbs up from Charles. How about you, Lou?
You know my reaction last night. I told you that shit was fire last night.
I think it was lit.
Just it being a teaser. I'm like, the only thing I had an issue with is Michonne's head.
What do you mean her head? Because you used to see Michonne with dreads?
No, that's the problem. I don't think they shaved her completely bald and they put her in a ball cap. So you could kind of see that big ass Louis Gossett Jr. alien mind pump. But other than that, the Ulysses claw with the arm cut off looked good. They had the chain wrapped around the chair, like they know something's up with him.
Yeah.
And then I don't remember. I think it was Josh tweeted this yesterday. You had Frodo and Gollum speaking to one another.
Oh yeah, that's right, Sam. You're right. We saw her in the movies last year. So we went to a movie theater and we walked in and we're like we know this woman. I know her from somewhere. And then I think either we went upstairs and Sam was like, "It's Michelle," and I was like, "No way!" Her hair was either bald or cropped, but she didn't have a big big dread. So I think her hair probably was shaved for that. Maybe that's just how her head is. I mean, the camera angle was pretty close. Her head's probably just big. Yes.
Yeah, the one thing I am a little ashamed to say is that I only know the names of two characters that were in the trailer, and that's Black Panther and Ulysses Claw. Everyone else, I had no idea what their names were.
Okay,
dude,
Michael B.
Forrest
Jordan
Whitaker looked good. With all those dots on his head, he looked good. Freaking Michael B. Jordan as Killmonger, he looks like he's going to crush that role. Because when he took them swords out and did that pose, I'm like, oh, this is shaping up to be like some awesome ass shit.
And then the last guy, so the guy at the end who was holding somebody up is Manape, but I don't think they're going to call him Manape in this movie. I think they'll call him something else. When the guy who was bringing, I forgot his name, but it's the guy who was bringing in Michael B. Jordan was the guy from Get Out, the black guy from Get Out, from the sunken place. And I saw somebody.
He got out of there and came to Wakanda.
I know. Somebody had a meme where they zoomed in because he's like this. He's all serious. People are like, "Yeah, man, this is what happens when you get out of the sunken place, man. You walking out all nice and tall."
Angela Bassett looked good with her little white hair.
Yeah.
It makes you wish you had Storm in this universe.
I know, right? Angela Bassett's hair was on point. Okay, I do have some stills from this. Let me pull this out here for you guys.
I'm trying to find the name of Forrest Whitaker in this movie.
I watched the trailer. I didn't even see Forrest Whitaker.
He's the guy. He's in it for a brief second, but he had a bunch of dots on his face.
I'm gonna have to watch the trailer again. The one thing that really stuck out with me is one guy was sitting in the throne room, not on the throne itself, but on one of the chairs to the side, and he was wearing a green suit and he had a big lip disc in his lower lip.
Yeah, that's the guy. I was like, what the hell? What's going on down there?
So this is Black Panther himself. Yeah, you can see here Killmonger and the guy from Get Out right there.
Okay.
And then Angela Bassett match. She still looks good, man. She should have been Storm. And then
it's Bilbo.
We have Bilbo.
Bilbo's also on the mountain.
Bilbo. Yeah. Bilbo, who plays Representative
Everett Ross.
Everett Ross. Yeah, Everett Ross. Lupita Nyong'o, who plays, I believe, Black Panther's wife, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Sam, let me know. And of course, the lovely Angela Bassett. We should have been Storm. Looks great with that white hair. I love the fact that they dyed it to the roots. You can see her roots are all white all the way in. It's great. Let me see Black Panther here on the hood of a car. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it in the stills I have.
That's all you got?
Yeah. There's all the stills that I have for that. But
Bilbo stays in the mountain. Yeah. He can't get off that damn mountain.
Yeah, I believe Killmonger is probably rescuing Claw from interrogation. Remember, in the comics, Killmonger's father works with Claw. Apart from Civil War, is there another Marvel movie with these many big names in one movie?
Okay, here we go. I
don't think so, man. I don't think so, Sam. So go ahead.
Lupe Nyong'o and Latia Wright. Winston Duke as Nakia, Shuri, and Manape. So you said Manape.
They're calling him Manape. Okay, all right, cool.
So in that scene, it's Manape. Let me find another one because I saw yesterday we know as Eric Killmonger for Michael B. Jordan. Looks like Michonne is playing Dora Milaje.
She's playing one of the Dora Milajes. So one of the female guards that you see in the trailer. Yeah, so she's playing one of them.
Okay, dude, they had one with all the names. Where is it?
Love interest.
Forrest Whitaker is playing Zuri.
Yeah. So, but from what I heard, that Zuri.
This was him, Charles.
So Zuri is supposed to be a warrior.
Hold on, I haven't seen that yet.
But
that's Forrest Whitaker. I do remember seeing him.
Zuri's supposed to be a warrior, but he's played as more of a shaman in this movie. And in the Black Panther comic books, he used the herb. What's it called? The herb of hearts, or something like that gives them enhanced strength. Anyone who basically takes the mantle of Black Panther, and also enhanced instincts and things like that. So
I mean, dude, who's not gonna love this scene here? She's got Panther fires, like she's gonna shoot some shit out of Goku's arms and shit. This is gonna be awesome.
Yeah,
the shit was so futuristic. I'm like, yo.
I mean,
Tony Stark, you got some comp, bro.
Wakanda is the most technologically advanced country in the Marvel universe. That's just what it is. But it looks like the story is going to take place in a couple of places, like all Marvel movies do. So where that casino that we're in looks like it's in Korea. Yes,
that scene was filmed in Korea.
Yeah, and the highway chase scene is also in Korea, where he flips on the car. That's all. It looks. They always do a lot of things in Korea, so it looks like Korea is the place where, remember in Ultron,
good tax break.
But also you also have to fulfill the engagement of, you must have an Asian market there for Asian customers, and that's why every movie does that. Every Marvel movie does that anyway.
But then there was something I saw online earlier today. Remember when the dog looked up? They're saying we might have two different Black Panther suits. That could be the father in the younger days when he was still fit. I liked how they're shooting the machine gun at him, and he's like, "Ha, you guys can't hurt me!" And the kick, homie.
Yeah.
And the music in this trailer.
The music was on point. Yeah, it fit the trailer. I can't wait. Coming out February. It's going to be a big movie. It'd be the biggest movie in February. Actually, maybe it'd have to beat out. It would have to beat out.
It'll beat Deadpool.
No, the biggest movie in February is not Deadpool. It's
February, when Deadpool came out, it dominated February for being R-rated, but Black Panther will dominate February for just being Black Panther.
No, 50 Shades of Grey. I'm talking about overall box office.
Come on, man. Who can't beat that hog of crap?
I'm not talking about quality, man. I'm talking about box office. Let me see how much 50 Shades.
Yeah, 50 Shades of Grey made a lot of money just because it's 50 Shades of Grey, and you know how those older women just love that story.
Well, let's just put it this way: a lot of people enjoy that story. The book, actually, no, Deadpool. You're right. Deadpool is the biggest movie in February. 50 Shades made 571 million. 50 Shades Darker made only 378 million. And Deadpool is 700 and something. So, yeah. So definitely, I think, it would definitely beat that out. It's going to be a huge movie in the month of February next year. 783 million for Deadpool. So that's going to be a point. Any other thoughts, guys, you want to throw in about Black Panther before we move to our show for the week, which is the only show we have, which is American Gods?
There was something else that came. Wasn't there another trailer this week?
I don't think so.
No, there's no sound trailer.
Didn't we have? I could swear there was something else news-wise.
Oh yeah. I actually have the bookmark open. It's 24 Legacy got canceled.
Yes, Jack Bauer gone. He's coming back to The Walking Dead.
His name is not Jack Bauer.
Hey, but they did leave hope that it could serve better as an anthology. So pick up a season here, pick up a season there.
Yeah, but it's not. I mean, that shouldn't. I mean, I didn't watch it. I know, Sam. I think you watched an episode or two, but I didn't watch that 24. I knew you were watching it loose. So,
well, the ghost of Todd watched it, and he said it was good, but racist as F.
Why was he racist?
The show was crap.
Wait, okay, Ghost of Todd. Why was he racist?
Why couldn't he be just an ex-Ranger?
I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. But leave those thoughts in there and let me know. We'll come back.
Well, Josh, before we get to American Gods, Joshua wants to know how Charles felt about the Gotham season finale because it sets up. I was born on a Monday. I'm whatever the.
Yeah, I know what you're talking. I know what you're talking about. Yes, they did. For those of you, this is spoiler for the finale, but there was a character in Gotham called Butch Gilzine. He's a gangster, and he gets shot in the head by Barbara, and he survives the injury. He kind of goes into a coma, and when he's in the hospital bed, they say like, "Oh, he's Butch Gilzine. He's a gangster. He got what he deserved." And the doctor said, "Really? That's who he is?" Because the name on his birth certificate says Cyrus Gold. And I'm like, "Wait a minute, that's Solomon Grundy." And I'm like, I doubt Solomon Grundy's going to show up. I think Cyrus Gold or Butch Gilzine is going to remain in the hospital bed during most of next season. But still, the fact that Cyrus Gold is a part of this whole universe of Gotham is just
okay. So here's the thing in Gotham, right? I saw images of a fully suited Mr. Freeze, Firefly. So I mean, do we have the full class of villains minus the Joker in there?
Well, the Joker technically already showed up with Jerome Velasca.
Oh my God. Okay, fine. And so what I've read a few places is that what's his name? This is Batman from Earth 3 with Owlman, where he's Owlman, aka part of the crime syndicate.
I don't see it. I do not see it. I think that rumor is completely false.
I mean, look, and we do know that in the DC universe, right? Earth 1 is technically the movie, even though Barry Allen likes to call it Earth 1. The movie universe is Earth 1. Earth 2 is Barry Allen's universe with Arrow and Legends of Tomorrow. And then Gotham could be Earth 3, and Black Lightning, which is coming out, could be Earth 4 or the same Earth. We don't know. But we all know that there's a separation between the Earths, between the movie and the TV shows. But
which is fine. All I know is the little boy said he wants to team up with Arrow and them. Stay out of my CW verse. Keep your bullshit story on Fox with your mumbo jumbo crap.
Oh,
and Solomon Grundy is confirmed for next season. And there wasn't Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah, Ra's al Ghul is
this
coming.
Season 2.
In this season,
so he's also going to be in season 4. And then I'm seeing here Scarecrow. You know, they like to bring all these villains in for their seasons.
Wait, why did they have all Batman villains and there's no Batman?
Because it's stupid ass Fox.
Technically, at the end of this current season, Bruce Wayne puts on a trench coat, a ski mask, and beats the crap out of a mugger in an alleyway.
Oh, goody! A 10-year-old kicks ass.
How old
He's
is
not
he?
10 years old. He's not 10 years old. I think in chronologically speaking, I think he's like 14 or 15.
Okay, fine. A 15-year-old. So now he's gonna go and train with Ra's al Ghul, or
no. Ra's al Ghul tried to sort of brainwash him to get him to willingly side with him.
Oh, Kevin says he's 17. So 17.
Joshua, did you watch this season of Arrow, bro? Because honestly, out of all 4 shows on CW this year, Arrow was the best one.
Arrow had a very consistent storyline, which they didn't go away from. That's all you just need to do. You keep your storyline tight. I mean, like we said before, to me, the best show was Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because even though they had 2-part stories, they were all connected and the storyline was tight all the way through, especially with the introduction of Ghost Rider, which we all remember last season, we were like, this shit is never going to work. There's no way Ghost Rider is going to work. And it worked. They actually
worked, and it worked well.
Yeah.
But dude, I'm not giving Gotham a chance. I don't give a shit until you give me freaking Batman. God damn it. DC is bringing out a streaming service and they're giving us a live-action Teen Titans show that starts filming this fall to debut sometime next spring, most likely on their network. Why couldn't you put Batman in your shit? Put Batman teenage years, wears a cowl mask, all that crap. You know, the early days of him getting his ass kicked, not some stupid brat. And then Jim Gordon going around bucking people. Since when did Jim Gordon become a killer?
The reason why he became a killer is he injected himself with the Tej virus.
It don't matter. Jim Gordon's supposed to be sweet and innocent. God damn it! I want Christopher Nolan.
No, he is not. Jim Gordon is not
nice, sweet, nice little man. No, Gotham, no, Gotham, no. God damn it, no Batman, no Gotham.
Okay, Lou.
Shit, you bring in all these freaking villains, and then all of a sudden they get aged up. Like Bruce Wayne, they're still in the teenage. No.
Okay,
that's
Lou.
horse rubbish.
Lou, Buddha Rod, come on, focus, man, focus, bring it in.
Ooh, the anger flow through you.
Let's move away from Gotham. Oh my God, and let's go to American Gods. All right,
I wanted to watch it again this week. That show was good.
All right, so American Gods. All right, since Mr. Gotham has some negative things to say about American Gods, why don't you start? What did you think about this episode? Episode what? 5 or 6? 6, right? Charles, what do you think? American Gods, come on.
With American Gods this week or this past week, I would say it was all right. I don't know, just. I think so far the only episode that I've thoroughly enjoyed was the one where they introduced the new gods with Mr. World and everything, and I love that episode. But this week's episode just felt bland, to be honest.
Really?
I mean,
you didn't like
the stuff that was going on with Vulcan. To be honest, I was indifferent about the whole thing. I was indifferent, and I didn't like how it was just focused on that. I mean, it did kind of deal with what was going on with Laura and the leprechaun and the taxi driver that had sex with the Jin.
Yo, the taxi driver is on his mission to find his homo lover. And Sweeney, the leprechaun, he is riding that coattail for what it's worth.
All right, I will say my favorite part of the show so far is the banter that goes on between Sweeney and Laura, where she always like injures him. Like when she grabbed a hold of his nose and he went like, fucking hell. Just, I loved it. And then of course, in the week before, she beat the crap out of him. And then he poked her with his finger, and she took his finger and she broke it. Yeah. He was like, I don't know. I love the banter between
she is One Punch Woman.
Yes, she is.
No, I enjoyed the episode.
I don't know. Just the episode.
I thought this episode was awesome, bro. I like the fact that he goes, "I franchised."
I don't know. To be honest, the stuff that was going on with Vulcan, it was predictable. I hate to quote Isaiah, but it was predictable because it's like, dude, the second we went in there and we saw him making those bullets, making those weapons, I was like, dude, you sided with the new gods. And then when it was revealed, I was like, I knew it.
No,
I knew it.
Yeah, I think we knew that, but I think the part of that I don't know. I haven't read the book. Sam, if you're still watching, let me know, because I looked at it more as the fact that he killed Vulcan and sacrificed Vulcan and put a curse on his own sacrifice. To me, either says all Vulcan sacrifices now come to Odin, aka Mr. Wednesday. Mm. So even though he's franchised it, and even though he's franchised it as he says, but he's now dead, or he's been sacrificed by by Odin, Mr. Wednesday, then that means all those blessings all those prayers will come to Odin himself. Mm-hmm. That's how I look at it. But it could
even though they've never actually called him Odin in the show, they've called him Grimir. Yeah.
So I would put it. That's what I saw. That's why I think that's why that episode needed that, because he needed a weapon and he also needed a sacrifice.
Yeah,
I don't care. The sword looked gorgeous.
It did look gorgeous.
Lou's like, I don't care. The sword looks gorgeous. That's all I care.
It was fantastic craftsmanship, which is why Vulcan is probably the god of the forge. And so, I don't know. I love the sword too.
Vulcan is the god of lava piss.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I mean he did pee on his lava.
That's how he cursed. He cursed the lava flames with his pee, doing his little shimmy shimmy dance with it.
Yeah.
I mean, Moon is looking at him like, did you really have to do that?
No, Moon is funny because he's like, I'm going to throw up, and then he's like, hold my sword, and he's like, okay. Orlando Bloom, he might come back at the end of the season. Right now, the one thing I'm not
Orlando Jones.
Why do I keep saying? I do this all the time. Sorry. The one thing I don't like in the show is they do a lot of long exposition, and they do all this little brief intros of other gods at the very beginning. Who did they introduce at the very beginning of this episode?
It was Jesus.
The Mexican Jesus. Yeah. They killed Mexican Jesus. Oh my God. So bad.
Yo, he took one in the heart and one in the hand.
No. He had bullet holes in both hands.
Both hands.
Was it?
Yeah, they didn't show when the left hand got shot, but yeah, they killed Mexican Jesus. It's funny how, because remember when 2 episodes ago when Mr. Wednesday said, "Oh, Jesus, he's really popular now. He's all over the place. You know, there's Mexican Jesus, Black Jesus."
All kinds of Jesus.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay. And so my thing is this: are they going to Jesus for the resurrection, or are they going to like?
He'll be back in 3 days.
That would be 3 episodes, right?
We only got one more. Next week is the season finale.
No, but Jesus died this episode. Oh yeah, that means next season, season 2, episode 1, Jesus will come back. Mexican Jesus, or it could be European Jesus that shows up next. Who knows?
It'll be some version of Jesus.
Yeah,
This European Jesus that's like blonde and super white,
with some super blue eyes. It'd be like, and his hair is floating like Fabio.
I mean, they said there's many types of Jesus, so I mean, that's what we're gonna go with.
I mean, hey, look, the taxi driver, his Jesus is the gin that gave him that super.
It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. This key.
I'm not going to let that down. This show went on another level with that shit there, bro. I'm sorry. I thought I seen it all in television until that.
Yeah, they went places. They definitely went places. But anyway,
definitely.
That is pretty much it, guys. There's no more shows. So next week we will be back with, again, American Gods, and we'll talk about news and rumors that we hear. But in terms of shows, that's the only show that we have till
the following week.
The following week when Preacher comes back. So stay tuned for that. And
I mean, I don't know how many of the lovely folks in here watch Power. That comes back the same week Preacher does.
No, don't watch it.
Nope.
I understand you, Charles. That's not your world. I'm a little disappointed in E.
Well, I look like I'm going to watch Power.
But it fits our world, especially you being in New York. Club Truth should be down the street somewhere in your vicinity, dude.
No, hell no. No. But anyway, guys, thank you very much. Unless there's any questions you want to ask. We're expecting the guest this week, which was Coach CWC, because he said Wonder Woman sucks. So I was about to school him to let him know.
Homie said, besides Wonder Woman, he had the gall to say
Deadpool sucks.
Deadpool sucked as well. So I'm working on it for next week. Next week will be a nice, hopefully, more rant-filled battle testing.
Yeah.
And we need Sam and Warren to help you defend the DC universe.
No, Warren's not defending DC universe, and Sam.
Warren's the Marvel fanboy.
Yeah, and Sam's a Marvel fanboy too. I mean,
Nah, Sam is universally cultured in all comics.
Look, Sam likes Marvel comics over DC, and we argue about which is more relevant. When I keep telling him that Marvel is drama filled, and he says he loves that. I mean, hey, that's what he likes. I don't like all that, drama. I know you're watching, Sam. Don't worry, man.
Sam needs to shoot me a message so I can send him the new Sons of Anarchy comics.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sons of Anarchy out. But anyway, guys, but I prefer Marvel's social commentary. We all love social commentary, Sam. You know what? You can't be here. Look, I don't want to go against you because you can't be here to defend yourself, man. It's all right. It's all right.
No, the weekly ended on such a high note.
Yeah, we went on a little comic book rant there. But anyway, guys,
I felt left out. Seriously.
Louis like, where's me in the argument?
Where's my link? God damn it!
Yeah, exactly. Social commentary equals melodrama. Oh well, equals melodrama. Yeah, that's what it is. But anyway, we just have to wait.
Hit me up in chat. I got you, bro. All 9 issues of Sons of Anarchy.
I will say though, it'll be interesting to see what happens with Comic-Con, because it looks like we're going to get the full trailer for Black Panther, the first one there. We're going to
there?
Yeah, most likely, yeah. Because the movie comes out in February, remember?
D23.
No. Remember, Marvel says they will be at Comic-Con this year. D23 will be saved for future projects that don't have full trailers yet or anything like that. I
see a full trailer coming for The Last Jedi.
Last Jedi will be at D23, not at
Comic-Con.
Yeah,
because they're only separated by a week.
It's only a week after. There'll be another JL trailer, another Justice League trailer, and there will be a teaser clip for Aquaman, because they've been shooting now for like 3 months, so they will definitely have something on there. So Aquaman now has to, after that trailer from Black Panther, Aquaman needs to step it up. Plus trailer of Thor from Thor.
Another one, yeah.
And maybe our first glimpse at Infinity War, because they've been shooting for a little bit too. So something.
See, now that's going to be the question. Do we get it, or is it going to be a Comic-Con exclusive? Disney is fickle like that.
Yeah, they might be Comic-Con exclusive. Well,
because they did that shit last year with Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Hopefully, Obi-Wan Kenobi. I don't know if I want to see Obi-Wan standalone. I mean, you're the ones who watched Clone Wars. Would it be nice to see an Obi-Wan exclusive?
Honestly, there's stories that can be told, so I wouldn't count it out. It's just, how do they want to go with them? But it was confirmed the other day, Ahsoka is not the owl or the wolf in this upcoming season of Rebels. For those wondering.
Okay.
I said an Obi-Wan movie. I mean, look, we're getting a Han Solo movie. If Han Solo does well, we get Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
That's probably it.
What I really want, and I know they won't do, I would prefer if they wanted to do an anthology movie, do the story of Palpatine and Vader going up against Lords of the Sith. Turn that book into a 2-hour, 20-minute movie, and that shit will sell like hotcakes.
I mean, if it's Palpatine and Vader, man, come on, that's enough for me. I'll be there, because I told you the best part of Rogue One, the only good thing in that movie was the very end, where Darth Vader just came out and just showed him, "Let me show you who's boss."
Okay. You saw that there. Now let's just intensify that in the jungle setting, and Palpatine using Force lightning and wrecking shit.
I mean, yeah, like I said, if you have Vader show, to me, those last 6 minutes of Vader, or not even less, 2 or 3 minutes of
Not
Vader,
even that last 2 minutes of Vader in that clip.
Yeah, showed how powerful a character and brand he can be. So I agree. If you do a Palpatine Vader story, just a singular story, that would be great. Great to see. But anyway, guys, that's it for the show. Definitely subscribe to the channel if you're watching for the first time. Hit the subscription button and the notification icon to get notified. You can also follow us on Instagram and Twitter. It is all OnBoored. Thank you very much, guys, and always enjoy your entertainment.
Bye-bye.